sometimes if we look at like all the successful people we either know personally or see online or whatever, it might seem that they have some kind of something that makes them different than us. Like they are a different breed of people. We will never be able to be as successful as them because we don't have this gene, right? Like that can be what it seems like. But I'm here to tell you that that is not true. That I think success and being successful can be taught. And I want to tell you what the 3 things I think are that really make a difference in people being successful so that you can do them too. I'm so pumped about this video. I love talking about stuff like this because I think a lot of times we get really in our own head about why we are not at a level we want to be at in our life or in our business or whatever. And I'm here to tell you that like you can teach yourself these things. If you are new here, my name is Jessica Stansberry and I am here to help women all over the world up-level their success. So if you are trying to get to that next level of whatever that thing is, I'm here for you right here on this channel. So you should hit subscribe because I don't want you to miss any of that fun up-leveling stuff. So I have a couple of announcements for you today, but you need to stick around until the end of the video. They're actually really exciting. They're totally free. They're not promotional, all the things. So a couple of really big announcements. Wait until the end of the video though. I'm gonna spill the beans on those then. And you're gonna be so excited. Like, I'm excited, but I think you're gonna be excited too. So let's just jump into it. Here are the 3 things that I think it takes to be successful. Number 1, dreams and goals. And let me put like a 1A next to this, believing that you can hit your dreams and goals. So I honestly believe that successful people are successful because they believe that they can hit those big things they're dreaming about. They're not just like, oh, you know, it'd be nice one day to have that mansion on the hill. They are actually believing that they can get there and formulating in their head a plan to do that. So I think that is a really big difference in successful people versus like the rest of the population, because they honestly believe that those big goals are things that they can achieve. So a lot of times we'll hear people be like, yeah, I wish I was debt free, or man, it'd be nice to have a house like that, or I wish I could drive a whatever car, but they're not doing anything in their lives to get to that. They're not working towards it. So these people, these successful people, these people we view as successful, 1, they have the big goals and dreams, but 2, they actually believe they can hit them and they formulate plans to do it. So in my last video, actually last week, I talked about dreams and goals and how to actually plan them out so that you can hit them. So if you want to go back and watch that, it'll be popping across the screen right here, or it was just last week's video. So it'll be the first one showing up after this one in a playlist somewhere. So anyway, though, big dreams and goals, and they actually believe that they can hit them. Okay, so that's number 1 on what it takes to be successful. Okay, so if you are dreaming towards something, but you're like, oh, that'd be cool, I'm jealous of the people who get to do that, but there's not an actual formulation of a plan, then that's the piece you're missing, right? Or if you don't even have dreams and goals. I recently saw someone say that like they had no dreams and goals, that all they wanted to do was like sit at home and do nothing. And if you're one of those people, I'm honestly not sure how to help you because you're always going to have goals that you're not willing to reach towards. But if you have big dreams and goals, then you can go after them. So if you don't have them right now, definitely formulate some by going back and watching that other video. But don't leave yet because you don't want to miss my announcements at the end of the video, okay? Okay, so if you want to go watch it, just hang tight. You can go do that in a minute. And I'll link it below in the description. So even when you get to the end, you can go find it. Okay, this second thing that I think personally that it takes to be successful, and that is a love and a thirst for personal development. This is something that I feel like if you're not somehow developing your person, right? You're not somehow really feeding positivity into your mind and into your life, and you're not seeing that you can actually do things, then you'll never feel like you can hit those goals. So these people who are successful, you're going to hear them say that they wake up at 5 a.m. and then they do their morning routine, and then they read in a book, or they listen to a podcast, or they watch a documentary, or whatever that is, because they have a thirst and a love for personal development, because they think it makes them feel like a better person, and it does. And it helps them get their goals, because they feel less and less like they're alone in this world, that they can do it, that they have the tools to do it, and then they can go out and actually achieve the goals. So a love and an interest in personal development. So if you're not out there reading the personal development books, listening to the podcasts that are going to help you, or watching documentaries or movies, or having a chat with a friend who can just really help you in your life, if you're not really striving towards personal development, I don't believe you can hit the levels of success that we view as successful, right? So definitely make that part of your routine if you want to be more successful. All right, so the third thing, and this is a short video for me, I'm super pumped. So the third thing that I think it takes to be successful is grit. You hear the words hustle, and you hear the words like, goal getter and all these things, right? But really what it all boils down to is you need grit. You need the grit to hustle when everybody else is not. You need the grit to go after doing things at 5 a.m. rather than sleeping longer. You need the grit to help you believe that you can hit those goals. You need grit to be successful, because it boils down into every other piece that you need to make success happen. And on that note of needing grit, that is the name of my new podcast. I am so pumped. So this week, you're watching this video on Tuesday. On Thursday, the Grit podcast by me is going live on the interwebs. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to mark it on your calendar to go listen to the Grit podcast first thing Thursday morning. I'm going to make sure it drops at like 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time so that you can go listen to the podcast first thing Thursday morning. Then I would love for you to share a screenshot of where you were listening, share it to your Instagram stories, tag your friends, whatever, because I'm so freaking pumped about this. I think it is one of those things where I've always really focused on one niche in business, and this podcast is very much so about up-leveling your success to that next level where you need grit to do it. You need the grit to get you to that next level. You need the grit to do the things that have always been uncomfortable. You need the grit to have big goals that scare the crap out of you. So that's what this podcast is about. So stay tuned on Thursday. I'm definitely going to post it here on my community tab when it goes live. Also, if you follow me on Instagram at Jessica Stansberry, then you're definitely going to see it, because I'm going to promote it like crazy over there. So make sure you come back and listen. I'm not publishing it on YouTube. That's a no-no. But it's going to be on all the podcast players on Thursday morning. So get ready. I'm so freaking pumped. All right. So let me know in the comments how excited you are about this new podcast coming to your earballs. I say that a lot, and it's not a word, but we're going to go with it. So let me know how excited you are, and let me know which of these 3 characteristics of successful people you struggle with the most. Is it the actual goal setting and believing you can hit them? Is it the personal development, or is it the grit because you don't feel like you have enough of something inside of you to go after those goals? So until next time, make sure you listen to the podcast on Thursday, leave me a comment, and I will see you later. Bye, y'all.